Good
Indian
call.
for chop chop.
Chop, chop.
Chop, chop.
Chop, chop.
Yo, Conan Chop Chop is fun.
Conan Chop Chop. Give me it now.
Conan Chop Chop's one of those games where you see the trailer and you go, okay, and then you
Yep.
play it and you go, yep.
Yep.
I saw the trailer and I was
Yep.
like, meh.
Oh, really?
And then I
you
played
played it too?
and I was like, yeah.
I did. I just not to toot my own. This is not a Monster Hunter Iceborne situation, but I just stopped by to see the hashtagonist.
Oh, yeah.
and he was like, Conan Chop Chop. Like,
Chop
of course,
Chop.
Conan Chop Chop.
Same
And
thing happened to me.
Right when the demo ended, I sat down
That's
next to the
hilarious.
dev. I was like, let's do it. And then both of our health was we run out of healing items, whatever it is, food. I think you
Yeah.
just like grab, eat meat or something.
Yeah,
And,
there were drumsticks and like some kind of beef thing. Yeah.
And we like the other devs were giving the dev that I was playing with a hard time because they were like, "There's no way you're gonna beat this boss." And we just managed to kite it around the room enough and finished it off. And they were like really impressed. And I just like they knew I was gonna leave because I had an appointment. I think it was like right before we did Cyberpunk, and so we just like beat the boss. And I just dropped the controller and walk out of the room.
You ass.
I mean, we were all joking with each other. so like they
no.
know.
Well, no, that's the thing.
A very jolly crew that's working
The,
on this game.
Yeah, the
And
the
that
guy I was
cares,
playing
you
this
know,
with was phenomenal.
He's having a good time.
Australian, I think, guys.
Oh, right, 'cause the
And
developers, right?
Yeah.
They're so funny. Like I was sitting next to one of the developers and we were just playing through it and we were both just like making like weird jokes and like quoting Futurama at each other. And we got to the final boss, no problem. One life and then beat the final boss without dying or using cheats at all to beat the final boss.
That's
of
not
the
what
demo.
happened to us.
Huh?
Me and Hubert died a lot.
Yeah, we died a lot.
Ah.
I kept having
we,
to
uh,
revive Bloodworth.
We died
I
at
was
the-
Brad this time.
No, we died at the boss.
Oh.
And then he used developer cheats to give us a bunch of money, and then we
Yeah,
went
that's
back.
one of the things. Like, I think that's where things basically went wrong. It's because there's a lot of stuff in the town that you can buy. There's all kinds of different options, and so I don't remember what I put money into first. But then we like get down to the weapons and like, oh, I didn't realize that my weapon is just absolutely terrible, and I should
Oh yeah.
I should buy anything else.
The only negative thing I have to say is it's really unclear when to block or dash.
Yeah,
It was
I really couldn't figure that out either.
Really hard to see when the enemies are attacking you, and they just kind of like bump into you, and you take a ton of damage.
Particularly slimes.
Yeah, so that was like the only thing where I was like, all right, I think I just need to get better at this, but it was tough.
I
didn't have
pour,
that.
and that was kind of I had a little bit of rain.
That's
And then
great,
I-
yeah,
If
yeah.
you have to
the
get
pole arm's
close,
dope.
it's
I didn't have
kinda-
that problem because I didn't know you could block until
think
like
I ever
most
blocked,
of the
yeah.
way through the demo. But we kind of jumped ahead. So it's a roguelike couch co-op party game, 4-player, and you have to like get 4 different items, and then that unlocks the final boss door. But you need to get the items in a certain order because they allow you to go into the next area. And every time you play, of course, the areas are
Yeah, it's all
shuffled
rearranged,
around.
yeah.
Like every room is designed by hand by the team and the artists, but the order that they're in is shuffled. And it's a lot of fun. So the first one you have to find is called the Dark Woods, I believe, and that gives you you go into the dungeon, and get an item, and that lets you beat that boss and come back out, and then you can go into the sand area, I think. And there's a little hub town in the middle, and I think I had a leg up on you guys too because I was playing with the dev, because we did legitimately get to the boss of the Dark Woods without dying, but because the dev would encourage us to return to town pretty regularly to upgrade and buy more stuff, and so like by the time we did get to the boss the first time, so that you see the 6 vertical dots, those are for upgrades that you can buy in town. So I had like Ice Strike, Fire Strike, Poison Strike, improved dash, improved some other stuff. I had all 6.
Nice.
And I had gotten a really good sword out of a treasure chest. So I was like this crazy powerhouse that would alternately do ice, which would like slow down enemies, and then I would set them on fire, and then I would poison them.
Were you controlling that, or was it just random?
It was, I think it was just, I don't know if it went in order, if it was
Right.
random or what, but yeah, so you can put like things, and that's a plinth that heals you. But yeah, it's
And
it's
that's
a lot of fun.
the roguelike element is when you die, you lose everything, but as you're progressing through the game, you're unlocking more things that can populate the shop.
Right.
So you're unlocking,
cool.
like, okay, I just unlocked hammer, the third hammer, the fourth hammer, and now on my next run, if I die now, there'll be a chance that it shows up in the shop.
And
and I can
that's
buy
only
it.
if your team wipes.
Yeah.
If you die,
somebody
half
can
of your
revive you.
gold shoots out of you, and your teammates steal it just naturally when they come
Yeah.
over to try to revive
Yeah,
you.
you share everything on the screen. So somebody can take all of the gold and have 1,000, and then the next player can have like 50.
Right. Well, you share it in the sense that if it's on the screen, anyone can take
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
But
yeah,
if they take it, that character has it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I meant.
The opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And similarly, if you go up and you buy a weapon and then you buy the next weapon, like you can't give your old weapon to somebody. Like
Right.
it
It
just
goes
straight up
away.
replaces whatever you had.
But there are three things specifically that I like. Well, you mentioned you can resuscitate your partners, which is nice. But like two things that just make the experience nice and quick and just easy to process is when one party member goes to the edge and goes like, like we're gonna go to this, screen now. Everybody goes.
Yeah.
So you
I
don't
liked
all,
that.
you all have to meet at the end.
I really liked
So if
it.
you have a good party that's cooperating, like it's as long as you decide where you want to go.
Yeah.
And
you can
just
you
the
can
mini
use
map.
that strategically. Sorry to interject. When I was like in dire straits, and the guy was like, he was like, I'm gonna go, and I'm like, get me out of here. And he like went to the next. Yeah.
And the mini map in the lower right was just super intuitive.
Very-
there's these
very,
little white
yeah.
nodes you can see on the edge, and that indicates where you haven't been. And it's
can
re-
buy
really
a
It
easy.
map.
indicates the links between the rooms.
Right.
Yeah, the
And
doors.
but I think it's like yellow if you've been there, and well, you can obviously tell because it's highlighted.
Yeah.
Like when you
If
when you
the
see a
room
white
is
dot
there,
with
yeah.
no square on it, then you haven't been there.
You can buy a map though that
Ah.
has because I was like, whoa, what happened? Our map has things on it, and he had bought a map, and that shows the whole next area, and some of the actually. I don't know. It was random, maybe, but it showed like a part of the map as gray, and then when we went into them, they colorized.
Because I could see people at home being like, "Am I missing something that just looks like a silly, cartoony, Conan Chop game?" And like, I think that's what's so appealing about it is that it is so accessible. You just run into this game and start running around and chopping stuff up. So it doesn't like try to be more than that. And I actually like there was a roguelike that I was attracted to called The Swords of Ditto that came
Right.
out last year, and
Yeah.
I just like got tired of it because there was just so much like stuff you had to do before you really got going in the campaign.
They relaunched it. I
and
wanna,
this
They did.
yeah,
this
there's
is
like
just
a
so
ton of new stuff.
straightforward in that they just can
Oh.
like toss you right into the good stuff and like an area like that with the sandstorm is just so obvious like, oh, okay, can't go in there,
Yep.
on to the next area. And I just appreciate the gore, like it's just cartoony but also over the top in a fun way.
I
And-
hope it takes off because I imagine the next one being even better. Like this
Yeah.
game is awesome, but it's clearly like small scale, testing
Sure.
the waters. Like they have something here.
Yeah.
That is what I
Look at
played.
this.
Like,
Conan
Trap
chop
room.
chop.
yeah,
Oh boy.
like
That look fun.
I cannot wait for this group stream.
Oh yeah, we're for sure gonna stream
Full
this.
playchrough.
And the
didn't they
devs-
say it's like 3 hours? To,
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
sure.
know.
Yeah.
Well, if
If
you
you're
succeed,
good.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're never
yeah.
gonna. But the devs actually said that they would want to be in chat when we streamed it, and so
Oh, yeah.
hopefully we can make that
Cool.
happen because that would be a lot. Those guys are so funny. That would be a lot of fun.
Cool.
So
Sounds
yeah.
awesome.
Next up, Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. I don't know if.
I love Age of Empires, but I'm cutting.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Vampires.
I didn't see if Brad or Ben
I'll
are
stick around
interested.
for
Yeah.
I was thinking about Age of Empires because I really enjoed
'Cause I don't
Star
know about
Wars
it.
Galactic Battlegrounds.
Fun game.
Which from my my if memory serves, when I did the Star Wars Retro, it was that engine, and I think the same developer as Age of Empires. But I just remember like a lot of people were a lot of Age of Empire fans were like, it's just Age of Empires with Star Wars characters. But I very much enjoyed Galactic Battlegrounds.
Yes.
I kind of got hooked on that.
Okay.
Well then, fine, Brad.
I don't know anything about Age of Empires.
I love
Brad
Age
just,
of Empires.
just popped
Yeah,
his
you
head
do.
in the studio to let us know. Not interested.
Ben neither.
He wants to sit it out. Okay.
Oh,
He'll
all
get
right.
in here soon enough.
Alrighty then.
Age of Empires, the most pleasant E3 appointment of the show for me.
Really?
Absolute pleasure.
Nice.
These guys were so into it.
Beat out Shenmue.
I mean, that's
Yeah, I don't know, man. I know what you did today.
Can't talk about that. Anyway,
sure.
Age of Empires 2 was just so jolly and pleasant. They know this game. They love this game. Like, I felt so much genuine passion and love. It was just a feel-good time for this appointment. It was also really cool because on the wall they had every single Age of Empires game and the year it came out. So it was like this 20-year history on the wall, just gut punch of nostalgia right in the gut. But
That'll gut punch to the gut.
It's Age of Empires 2 HD edition came out like 5 years ago. So now we're getting the definitive edition, and
It's real pretty when stuff
Yeah,
crumbles
it's-
in this game.
oh my gosh,
Oh,
yeah.
great.
The difference is there's like new audio now, new campaigns. There's like four new campaigns. Some orchestral music. So another thing, if you have the HD edition that came out a few years ago, you get like a discount on this
Oh,
one.
that's cool.
So they got that going.
Isn't
Also,
it's Game Pass too, yeah?
yeah. Also, Age of Empires 1 Definitive Edition came out last year. Not on Steam. Coming out on Steam soon.
Right.
So is this. Gonna be on Steam.
That was actually, I know I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but that was one of the future of Xbox things that
Yeah.
they told me. And it was like, Xbox is going to put games on Steam now? What?
Yeah. So it's coming to Steam. And I mean, there's not much to say. They just went through a little
Sure.
bit. Like it's Age of Empires 2, and it looks and sounds the part as you would expect. But I just walked away really excited to play this. Like, I have not played Age of Empires in many, 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 many years, and this just feels like the right time, especially because it's coming to Steam. It's like $20, and they just got it. The first thing I asked was like, are all the codes back, the cheat codes? Because you could there was a code for like cars, you like James Bond cars you could like drive through, and they were like, "You're jumping ahead, like you just ruined our finale." And I was just like, because that's like how they end the presentation. They're like,
Oh.
and all the cheats are back, and they
Oh,
like
yeah.
put the car in.
But
So
they usually wait until the end. All right. They usually don't let you do Q&A until after.
yeah, it was an intimate session. That's why I liked it so much. It was like me and one other guy.
Yeah.
And the guy there knew Age of Empires intimately also.
great.
So everyone was just like asking all these rapid fire questions, and it was just feel good. Age of Empires.
Sweet.
Yep.
Believe it.
Believe it. Yeah. Oh, and I think a big thing, if you really care about Age of Empires, they're adding all the RTS modern conveniences. So like
Okay.
A moving, like shift clicking building, so you can like have a dude build. You can queue it up, like build this, then this, then this,
Nice.
instead of like build it. Okay, now I have to go back to you.
Yeah.
Now build it. You can like queue it
The
up.
builder's waiting for 20 minutes. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I forgot.
So all those RTS conveniences, they're like putting them in there.
Cool.
So
Very nice.
yeah.
Since I got the other one wrong, I'm not sure. You played Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
This was pretty good.
How is it different
'Cause-
than, because the contract makes me think it's like some kind
Yeah.
of side offshoot,
Yeah.
not a main Sniper Ghost Warrior game. Not that I know anything about them that much.
Yeah, so I reviewed the last one, Ghost Warrior 3. And that was pretty rough. This one already seems better. This one is
Okay.
yeah, so this one has sandbox levels. So think Hitman in a way where it's like you have this level, you have all these side objectives, here's your target, go. And you have to, figure out how to get there. Pretty hardcore, pretty intense stuff. Really good snow effect. Really want to highlight that.
Huh.
You're in the snow level and it's just all over, so you really feel like you're part of it. The things I liked were you have these side objectives and you get like cash for them. So there's all these like optional upgrades you can get. You can like upgrade your mask. And it was challenging. So like pulling off the side objectives while maintaining your cover seems pretty difficult. So your main objective is to take out the scientist, but then you have these other objectives to like think there was one to like hack some information, which I didn't do, but then there's another one where you have to like kill another guy, and you have to kind of go out of your way to get there, like traversing the environment while remaining stealthy and getting a vantage point is a lot. So you have to really, it's a slow-paced game. You got to take your time. You can go guns blazing, and you can light people up and, just start sniping people. And then if they get close, throw out some traps and, start shooting with your pistol and stuff. You can get pretty crazy. But it is primarily a slow-paced stealth sniping game. Something that really interested me, Bloodworth, I forget what racing game you were talking about, but it was like I think it was Grid, where you were talking about like, they tried to make it so it's not just like you have to get first.
Right. Yeah.
And if you don't get first, you like reload it. Kind of got a vibe of that with this, because if you get caught and the alarm goes off and the bait, like everything is crazy, if you reload from that, if that happens and you reload, you get penalized. Your score gets penalized, you get less cash. So it's like, alarm went off, reload. If you play it out, no penalty.
Huh.
Okay.
Also, if you die, no real penalty. So they kind of wanted to encourage the sense of like, play it out. Don't just go for the full silent assassin ghost run. Oh, I got caught. Reload. Like quick save, quick load,
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
It was like, no, play it out, see how things shake out, which I really liked.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And then the sniping seemed a little more streamlined. There's like the classic hold your breath, easier mode where you see exactly where the bullet will go. You don't have to judge really conditions or anything. It'll be like, here's your crosshair, but here's where the bullet's going to go, which is cool. You can also turn that off. And then, you see kind of the wind meter up here, and you kind of match that up with so you'll have to scout it out for distance. You'll get your binos, and it'll be like, all right, he's 300 meters away. So factor the distance in, and then also you had a little wind meter to factor that in. So like lining up your shot. It's really satisfying. So, and again, seemed pretty challenging. So,
Nice.
Yeah. Pretty excited about it. I forget, what did Ben say earlier? Like, not good enough. What was it? I forget. It's a long day. As good as it needs to be.
Do we have the B-roll, the Ubisoft B-roll ready? Is that good to go?
This is B-roll to Ubisoft.
I can't wait to talk about that. Not the one
We're
we
get- we're-
the
we're
one
get-
we
we're
played
getting
together.
there.
I'm
We're getting
excited.
there.
I'm curious to talk about that because
Yeah.
we didn't. I mean, we were done with that appointment and then
Yeah.
went our separate ways. So I'm
Yeah.
curious to kind of check in and
Yeah.
share experience.
I'm curious whether this is ready or not, and not hearing or seeing any activity.
I'm curious if there's anyone in this office right now. That's what I'm curious.
Yeah.
I see
I'm curious
Damiani
if
in
it's
the
just
cam.
us.
Damiani.
Sorry, what's up?
Damiani.
We're having network
Damiani.
issues, so sorry. What's up?
Yeah.
Oh, I was wondering, do we have the Ubisoft B-roll in? Is it ready?
I think I have to double check. Sorry.
No.
Essentially, yeah. Apologize. Yeah, our ISP, our upload speed's really bad right now. So it started like during your last Conan Chop
Yeah.
started to happen and was consistent. So
Uh-oh.
yeah, it's really bad right now. So we're
Yeah.
trying to figure it out.
Can I talk about a thing I played for like 1 minute? A pretty big game that I actually.
For 1 minute? Yeah, sure.
The show
Yeah,
was
I got another
cool. The show was
3-minute conversation.
The show was closing. I knew nobody had played it. I was like, all right, I'm only gonna have time at the very end of the day. It's gonna be the last thing I hit.
It's a magical time.
Yep. Like, I mean, like, you always have your
Last
one
call. Last call.
Last call at yes. Last call at E3 is magical. You know you can pretty much get like not anything, but like you have a lot more options. I tried to play Dragon Ball Kakarot, and they're like, no, not enough time. Sorry. And I was like, there's still 10 minutes. Like, I can punch Nappa. Come on. And they're like, no. So I went to Man of Medan.
Yeah, you
Oh, yeah,
you told
yeah,
me you wanted to do
Yes. Man of Medan.
Which wouldn't seem like a thing you can play very quickly.
No, but I actually got through the whole thing.
Oh, wow.
It was like a 10-minute thing. I got
Okay.
through beginning to end.
For context, what is Man of Medan?
So Man of Medan is the next game up from Supermassive or Supergiant. I always forget. Supermassive Games.
Supergiant, Sebastian. And
Yes. From Supermassive, they did Until Dawn.
Yeah, so the reason Until Dawn is important is 'cause it's like that in a certain way.
But
yeah,
episodic.
this is their
So, yeah.
anthology episodic.
Or anthology, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So the demo I played,
Hey, Blood, can you come here for a sec, real quick?
Oh.
Oh boy.
the demo I played, Jones,
Yeah.
was I was on a submarine or like a ship, and there was like spooky stuff going on. So I liked most of this, but you are playing as this character and you're with another character. It's like you and your friend, and you were like trying to make him feel better, like, yo, I'm gonna get us out of here, all right? I'm gonna get us out of here. Just trust me. But then every time it was gameplay, he was like walking in front of me, and you're on this like tight corridor submarine. So I kept like walking, and I would like kind of like bump into him, but then I would like kind of have to like hold forward a little bit because I didn't want to bump into him. So it was just like kind of cumbersome.
All third person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fixed cameras even.
Yeah, okay. Your favorite?
Yeah, exactly. So I love, give me those tank controls. Just felt a little.
I can't remember. Like, did Until Dawn feel good? I don't remember that even being like part of it.
Movement is a little tanky, but not bad. Like Until Dawn controls well, but like, you're kind of heavy in it. So, yeah, the movement was a little weird again, but it was because like you were in a tight corridor and this person was in front of you. It's like if you're just behind me, like everything would be fine. So it was just weird to like keep bumping up against him. Really seamless transitions from cutscene to gameplay, like alarmingly good. So good.
I think, but yeah, it's like that's the thing is character movement, maybe not the best thing, but like,
everything else.
production value, realistic characters.
I don't even know if Jack can see anything right now.
Oh my!
Can they see? Can they
Is
hear
your
us?
internet buckling?
I need to get chat up somewhere because they've been trying to work on it. But
Okay.
yeah, basically, internet's buckling.
Okay. Chat, I hope you
Internet
hear us.
buckling.
All right.
Can chat
We're
hear
gonna
us?
actually go offline here, and we're gonna restart our router, and it's gonna take about roughly 10 minutes.
Okay.
Real
10
quick,
minutes.
Spectrum Business Internet is trash.
But they can hear us right now at least.
We don't know.
Yes,
Okay.
they said they could hear you at least as the video is going to hell.
Perfect.
Aw.
Everyone,
That's what I'm worried about because if all they can do is hear you, then this stuff is lost to me forever.
we're gonna restart
Right.
real quick.
We're coming
Spectrum
back.
Business. Everyone tweeted them that they're the worst.
Yeah,
no.
stay tuned. Just please stay
At least
tuned.
one person will do that.
Sit tight. We got a lot more coverage to come tonight for E3.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're going offline.
We'll be right back.
Bye.
We'll be back.